We've seen the first outing of General Lucifer to be like God, to get a spot for himself. Now here is a being who didn't beg for this spot, but yet he had it. And for some reason, in God's best intelligence, he gave the man every instruction possible, but God never told him about the rebellion that took place years back. God never warned him against the person of the devil. God never said, Lucifer is going to come. He's going to try to deceive you. God just gave him his own instruction. As long as you walk with me and abide in my word, it's not your business. That's what God was saying. It's not your business. And it wasn't their business until there was a spot and a crack in communication. When the devil noticed the first misinformation, the moment there was that crack, he found a spot. And look at the question he asked Eve in Genesis chapter number 3. He said, as God said that you should not eat of any tree in the garden. Wow, he had a defense. All the trees in the garden, God has said we may freely eat. But there's a tree which is in the middle of the garden. God said we should not eat, neither should we touch. That was a lie. God never said don't touch. God said don't eat. Don't eat as we come, don't touch. Because Adam was trying to protect his bride. Don't even touch it. And that was the crack. And that was quite entertaining, because if you had spoken the truth, you will flee at the presence of the truth. And now the statement here, what looks like extra truth, is now such that will entertain this general who is subtle and very, very smart. He knows that from the moment you have extra to the truth, you are quite intriguing and entertaining. We can have a conversation. And he began to convince her. Oh, he asked you not to touch it. He knows that from the day that you eat of it, you will be like him, knowing good and evil. Meaning that the next strategy was to convince them that they were less, and she believed. What does that mean? It means that the devil's entrance into man's heart was to convince man against the love of God. The moment you can believe that God's love for you is not perfect, you will fall for many evils. And I say that she saw the tree desired. Please give me that scripture. Such that is a tree that one should desire to make one wise. Pleasant to the eyes, a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of it thereof and ate, and also kept for her husband. And the moment that happened, do you remember this image? This guy was to be an express image of the God that dwells, the immortality that dwells in unapproachable light that can't be seen. He is created to mirror this image, Christ. And when Eve came and said, remember the tree you asked me not to eat of it? I did eat out of it. What? Said, I ate out of it. You are dead. You are dead. He asked us not to eat it, that the day we eat it, we will die. You are dead. However, but I love you. I'd rather we die together. And he took what was left and ate, as far as the journey was concerned, to being like the Christ. They died. That was it. Mission was aborted. Plan was terminated. Man as a person was doomed.